Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Wednesday. What is it? Oh, July 28th. Those calendars, I'm glad we have them so then we can all agree it's the same day. I'm Linda the Lightworker and I'm so glad you're here. I did a little adjustments with my camera, hoping this new angle is a little better, get the glare off. Thank you for your patience. Let's jump into the cards. Well, the first card we have today is this Temperance card. Now, in a Motherpeace deck, I usually say when Temperance comes up, it's a time to shake it out of your body. Temperance is a reminder that we should do all things in moderation. Either, diet, exercise, everything. All of our things we should do in moderation. That's a Temperance card. But what I'm really getting here also is that Temperance in this image, and I'll see if I can get it better. This image, oh, well, that didn't work. There we go. So with this image, this is about balancing the water and fire elements. That's what Temperance is doing, coming together to work on that fire and water element. Well, what does that mean? That means there could be an issue that's really triggering you, and then a lot of emotions get swirled up, right? That's Temperance. Fire and water, crying, laughing, like a whole cacophony of emotions coming up. And it's the Temperance card that will help you balance these issues that are arising. If you want to scream or if you want to cry, oftentimes women cry more out of fear and anger than expressing their anger because they're afraid of what will happen with their anger. So it's okay to scream, but just make sure you're safe and in a good place, and safe in the sense of like, don't be screaming so your neighbors are worried about you. Like, my sister did this amazing thing when she was going through a major transition in her life, and she went to a smashing studio that they have in Seattle where you can go in and smash glass and break plates or whatever, and you wear protective gear and you can scream and let it all out. So for some of you, you might need to let it out. But this Temperance card is asking you to come into alignment. Those are my words, of course, in spirit coming through, but really come into your balance there. And so when I ask for a little bit more clarity, and I'm using this, the Oracle, the Energy Oracle deck. So first I got this all tied up. So this card is really about you feeling bound by things that are out of your control. Perhaps a boss, a neighbor, a partner, a contract, your money's tied up, it's not here yet. You really want to go somewhere, but you got to do this, and this before you can go. Like, it is that being tied up. But, if we can get in on her face, she looks like she's not really that uncomfortable. Anyway, what that means is there are some things that are out of your control. Perhaps I keep hearing contracts. I know we have a lot of contract yesterday and the day before. So just for those of you who are working in that kind of situation where a contract or the IRS is holding you up or whatever, it's just still out of your hands. It's still tied up. And then I went to the I pulled a second card for a little clarifier of how can we shift that being tied up. Of course, we use the Temperance, and in the Motherpeace deck, it is dancing it out. Really, literally, like getting your body, shake it, do the hula. It's really about moving your hips. So if you want to move that energy, if you're feeling bound, try doing some figure eights with the hips. And then when you're walking, swing your hips even more. Really exaggerate them side to side to open up that hip chakra, that first chakra where things can get stuck and they just will fester down there. So that's the first thing, especially if you're feeling all tied up or powerless in your situation of whatever's going on. And then a companion card came out from the energy deck. Maybe I'll try it on this side. Um, and and this card is, that's too dark now, but whatever. This card is the Uriel. Okay, it's the seventh chakra Archangel Uriel. And what Uriel is all about is, I know, they know all that. Okay, so Uriel is all about connecting with your seventh chakra. I, of course, believe there are 21 chakras. There are probably even more. Um, but, you know, the basic seven that are right here are the seventh chakra is in the crown, right? And when we pull spirit in. And so Uriel is asking you to, if you're feeling tied up, and of course, you know, I say this every day, ground down, get into a meditative state, and bring spirit in. Get in touch. If Archangel Uriel is speaking to you, if you resonate with that, call it in. If you're able to do a meditation, sit quietly and open up, become a receiver for that seventh chakra and dial down that monkey mind. Recognize when your thoughts are coming in and just simply acknowledge it. Don't decipher it. Just allow it to flow away and return back to that stillness. And it is simply a practice. The more you're able to do that, the more you'll be in touch with your seventh chakra and all this spirit who wants to help you out. Okay, so I got two of the companion cards from my Divine Action card deck. We got a lot of cards today, but what can I say? It doesn't matter. So the first one is, if you are feeling that whatever is tying you up has really weighed you down, it's time to forgive yourself. Some of you might be with the issues of contract or feeling bound, feel responsible for your participating in it, or perhaps not following your intuition when you had sense to do so. So forgive yourself. That's the first step. Like, okay, so you made a mistake, or you will know better. You'll remember these warning signs, and you won't repeat this error. That's fine. Still, forgive yourself. And then the very practical make a list came up. And this making a list is especially good for this temperance, because when we have this battle with the fire and the water coming in, the fire wants to kind of see it settled out, right? The fire doesn't want to burn wildly out of control, but some fire is very good. So by making a list, it will help calm your mind. It will organize your thoughts of what needs to happen next. And it's very satisfying crossing things off. I mean, really satisfying. So just make a list, give it a shot. I know many of you are very good list makers. But within this practical stuff, emotionally, when stuff is coming up, you can make a list around what you have done well or how far you've come, how you would have, make a list of how you would have behaved 10 years ago versus what you do today, so that you can monitor your progress on your spiritual quest and finding your life purpose and really move towards being that person you really want to be. All right, my dear, I'm so grateful you stopped by, and I hope you know how much I love you. You know, I've been planting some seeds. I'm going on my East Coast trip in a little while, just a matter of weeks, a handful of weeks. And already I'm thinking ahead about my European trip next summer or fall. Maybe it's going to be fall, into France and the UK, and who knows, perhaps Spain. But anyway, I hope you know how much I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.